That's what he says. Okay.
It was at this time that he first came to me. I represented his father in an accident case a few years back. I was acquainted with the family in a casual way. I can remember him now as he walked through my doorway. His eyes were like tunnels. My first thought was that he had committed a crime, but soon I saw that it was only a passion that had moved into his body like a stranger. I don't quite understand what I can do for you. Is there a question of law here somewhere?
Well, that's what I want to ask you.
Because there's nothing illegal about a girl falling in love with an immigrant.
Yeah, but what if the only reason is to get his papers?
First of all, you don't know that.
Nah, I see it in his eyes. He's laughing at her, he's laughing at me.
Even if you did know that, that's not, who's to say,
I know what's in his mind, Mr. Nofrieri.
Yeah, but even if you could prove that, look, Eddie, I'm a lawyer. I can only deal in what's provable. You understand?
Really, would you listen to me a minute? My father always said you was a smart man. I want you to listen to me.
I'm only a lawyer, Eddie.
No, I'm talking about the law. Will you listen to me a minute? Let me just bring out what I mean. A man, when he comes into the country, illegal, don't it stand to reason that he's going to take every penny and put it in the sack because they don't know from one day to another, right?
Okay.
But he's spending. Records he buys now, jackets, shoes, you understand me? The guy ain't worried. The guy is here. So it must be that he's got it all laid out in his mind that he's staying, right?
Yeah, but what about that? Yeah. What about it?
I'm talking to you confidentially, right?
Certainly.
I mean, it don't go no place but here. I mean, I don't like to say this about anybody. Even my wife, I didn't exactly say this.
What? What is it?
He ain't right, Mr. Fury.
What do you mean?
I mean, he ain't right. Did you ever get a look at him?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
He's a blonde guy, like platinum, you know what I mean?
No!
I mean, if you close the paper fast, you could blow him over.
Eddie, I'd like to help you. I don't know.
Now, will you listen to me a minute, Mr. Fieri? I'm trying to tell you something here. He sings. See? I mean, which is all right, but sometimes he hits a high note and I turn around and I mean high, you know what I mean?
Eddie, that's called this is called a tenor.
I know a tenor, Mr. Raffieri. That ain't no tenor. I mean, if you came into the house and you didn't know who was singing, you wouldn't be looking for him. You'd be looking for her.
Eddie, look, I'd like to help you, but I don't know what I can do.
Mister, would you listen to me a minute? I'm trying to bring out my thoughts here. A couple nights ago, my niece brings out a dress, which is too small for her because she shut up like a light last year. He takes the dress, lays it on the table, 1, 2, 3, cuts it up, he makes a new dress. I mean, the guy looks so sweet there, like an angel. I could kiss him. He looks so sweet.
Yeah, look, Eddie, listen.
They're laughing at him with the peers, Mr. Fieri. I'm ashamed. Paper doll, they call him. Canary. His brother thinks it's because he's got a sense of humor, which he's got, you see. But that ain't what they're laughing at. which they're not going to come out with it because they know he's my relative, which they'll have to see me if they make a crack. You know? But I know what they're laughing at. And when I think of the guy putting his hands on her, it's eating me out, Mr. Fieri, because I struggle for the girl. Now he comes in the house and he just wants...
Look, I understand. Okay, I have my own children. I understand you, but the law, the law is very specific. The law does not allow me to do
You
anything.
need to tell me that there's no law? That a guy which he ain't right can go to work and marry a girl?
Eddie, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, but he ain't right, Mr. Fieri.
There's nothing you can do. I mean, honestly, there's only one legal question here.
What?
Well, the way they came into the country in the first place. But I don't think you want to do anything about that.
You mean...
They came in the country illegally.
Oh, Jesus, no, I wouldn't do anything about that. I mean...
So listen, see, let me talk now.
Mr. Fieri, I can't believe what you're telling me. I mean, there must be some kind of law that can take this...
Eddie, I want you to listen to me, okay? Sometimes God mixes up the people. We all love somebody, all right? Our wife, our kids, every man's got somebody that he loves. But sometimes there's too much. There's too much, and it goes where it mustn't. Look, a man works hard, he raises his kid, could be his daughter, could be his niece. And over the years, there's too much love for the daughter, there's too much love for the niece. Eddie, do you understand what I'm saying to you here? Huh?
You mean to tell me that I shouldn't look out for her good?
Yes. Yes! But these things, they gotta end, Eddie. A girl's got to grow up and go away, and a man's got to learn to forget. Because after all, Eddie, what other way can it end? Look, let her go. That's my advice. Okay, you did your job. It's her life now. Wish her well and let it go. Will you do that, Eddie? Because there's no law. There's no law. Will you make up your mind to it, Eddie? Can you do that?
You mean to tell me even he's a punk?
There's nothing you can do.
Nothing. All right. Thanks. Thanks very much.
Eddie. What are you going to do?
What can I do? I'm a patsy. What can a patsy do? I worked for 20 years so that punk could have her. That's what I done. I mean, in the worst times, in the worst, when there wasn't a ship coming to the harbor, I didn't stand around looking for relief. I hustled! When there was empty piers in Brooklyn, I went to Hoboken, Staten Island, the West Side, Jersey, all over. Because I made a promise. I took out of my mouth to give to her. I took out of my wife's mouth to give to her. I walked hungry plenty of days in the city. I gave her my house to sleep. I took the blankets off my bed. And he comes and he puts his filthy, dirty hands on her like a goddamn thief.
Eddie, she's a woman now, Eddie.
He's stealing from me!
She wants to get married, Eddie! She can't marry you! Can she?
What are you talking about? Marry me. What the hell are you talking about?
Look, I gave you my advice, Eddie. That's it.
All right. Thanks. Thanks very much. It's breaking my heart, you know.
I understand, but listen, put it out of your mind. Can you do that?
I'll see you around.
You know, there are times you want to call an alarm, but there's nothing that's happened yet. Look, I knew then and there. I could have finished the whole story right there that afternoon. I mean, look, it wasn't like there's a big mystery to unravel. I could see every step coming, step after step, like a dark figure going down a hallway toward that certain door. I could see where he was going, and I knew where it was going to end. And I asked myself, many afternoons sitting here, why was I, as an intelligent man, why was I so powerless to stop it? I even asked this old lady in the neighborhood, very, very wise, spiritual woman. And I asked her, I told her, and she smiled and she nodded, and she said, pray for him. So I sat here and I waited.